So I'll let the other guests go on coming, but we will start with the inaugural program. And on the onset, I would like to state that you might have already got the sequence of the inaugural program, but I would like to make a little changes in that because our chief guest today is in a hurry because there is a state budget assembly going on where regarding his department they're going to deliberate on the budget today at 10:30. So I'll need to call him first after a few items we will be performing. First of all, I would like to welcome the esteemed guests from various parts of the country, India as well as from abroad, and from our university itself, research scholars and students of this university, and our esteemed persons here sitting in the dais. And I would like to extend my gratitude to our chief guest, Professor Lalnilawma, who is the Minister of State of Rural Development, Horticulture and Public Health Engineering, and our guest of honor, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, Vice Chancellor of Mizoram University. So this is how we will be. This is how the sequence of the program will be set. First, we will be having the candle lighting ceremony where I'll be asking the people sitting at the dais to come forward for the candle lighting ceremony, after which there will be a felicitation of the persons sitting here at the dais, after which I would be calling upon Professor Lalnilawma to give his speech, our chief guest. So now may I call upon those responsible to kindly arrange the candle lighting ceremony, and I would like to request those people sitting on the dais to come forward in front of the candle to light a candle. Thank you so much. Kindly take your seat. Now I would like to call upon the in charge to kindly hand over the felicitation and the gifts prepared for them. I will call up one by one. May I call upon the chief guest, Professor Lalnilawma, to kindly come forward. Yeah. Thank you so much. So now I would like to call upon Professor Lalnilawma, Minister of State for Rural Development, Horticulture and Public Health Engineering, to kindly address the gathering.
The host, Dr. Zodina, Honorable Vice Chancellor, our beloved Vice Chancellor, Dean of School of Physical Sciences, then dignitaries on the dais, the organizers of this international conference, my colleagues in the university, then the participants within the country and from abroad, and students, participants, research scholars, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning and my sincere greetings to you all. As our host just mentioned, It so happened that the budget session started day before yesterday, and it so happened that the assembly question for my department falls today, unfortunately. So by 10:30 I have to be back there in the assembly house. So I request for your kind excuse. Of late, I would like to thank our beloved Vice Chancellor and the Mizoram University Authority for giving me permission to contest in the recent assembly election. Because of the kind permission I contested, I tried my best, and now I'm here as a chief guest in the capacity of Minister of State for Rural Development, Horticulture, and Public Health Engineering. Personally, I don't have much of science background, but I'm always happy to be with the scientists. I'm greatly honored to be the chief guest of this special event, international conference on recent advances in mathematical, physical, and chemical sciences. When I got the invitation, the first thing which comes to my mind is science in our everyday life. What is science for? For me, I believe science should be, the end goal of science should be to bring quality of life. We see advances in agriculture. In terms of productions, we have increased a lot. And in terms of machineries, we have come to a stage where we remove much of the drudgeries in terms of agricultural labor. And in the field of medicine, we could see much advances and transportation. You know, last month I had an opportunity to visit Taiwan. Then I was on the high-speed rail. The speed ranged between 280 to 300 kilometers per hour. So such kind of advances we are experiencing. Then communications. It's not that long yet. We used to run to PCO to call our families, to call our friends abroad. But now the communication is much easier. We are having mobile handsets in our hands. Seeing those advances is a good thing. But I still have a question in my mind. Are those sciences, advances in sciences, are they accessible? Are they affordable? Accessibility is okay, but I still have big question on the affordability. We talk about patenting of our research outputs. Sometimes I have questions. The patents, are they for business? Or are they for serving the people, the human being? Let me share with you a little experience I had. You know, one of the reputed research institutions in India, I will not name the institute, they have come up with very good compendium of rural technology. Just by seeing the cover of it, I was attracted very much because the caption says rural technology. Since I'm from rural development background, you know, I'm really interested to go through the list of technologies. But when I went through, the technologies cost 3 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 40 lakhs, even crore. I said, why they have named these technologies for rural development? But then, what is the affordability there? The accessibility might be there, but the affordability, this is what we have to think in depth. Yes, sharing of knowledges. This particular international conference is a very good platform for sharing. You share your finding, I share my finding. We share each other's finding. But let us not end up here in terms of publications, in terms of patenting. Let us try to make as affordable as possible. I want to throw some challenges here. Can we make sciences to be the gap filling for our everyday life? The answer is ours. Can we make our science a humanitarian one? To reduce poverty, to reduce hunger, to reduce inequality, drudgeries, and many other problems being faced by human beings. I would like to end my speech by conveying my best wishes for the success of this international conference. Let us enjoy and make best uses of it. At last, let us always think of humanitarian aspect of sciences. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Lalnilawma, for the speech of adherence that you have in science and its practical importance in the application of science in everyday life to be affordable. Thank you so much. He will be taking a leave very soon, as he has already spoken and I've already told the gathering today. So thank you so much, sir. Now, I shall call upon the Dean, School of Physical Science and Chairman of this conference, Professor Suman Rai, to give the welcome address.
A very good morning to all of you joining us today program. Our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor D.C. Deka sir, and Chief Guest, Minister of Rural Development, Cultural, Horticulture, Government of Mizoram, and HOD of Physics, Chemistry, Mathematics, and the dais, and eminent scientists, keynote speakers, Professor Takobo Kamatsu, Wuhan University, China, Tibor Kovac, University of Pannonia, Hungary, Professor S.K. Tomar, Vice Chancellor, J.C. Bose University of Science and Technology, Faridabad, Professor S. Bhattacharya, Jadavpur University, Professor T.S. Pal, IIT Kharagpur, Professor Natesan, IIT Guwahati, and Santa Laisaram, ISI, Delhi, and Professor Raghumani, BRC. And the eminent scientists and participants from different parts of our country, and different faculty members from our department and schools, research scholar and students. It is my great pleasure to give a warm welcome all of you on behalf of School of Physical Sciences. We are thankful to our Vice Chancellor, Professor D.C. Deka, who gave us his precious time apart from their busy schedule to inaugurate the conference. This is a first multidisciplinary conference on recent trends in physics, chemistry, mathematics. So actually our school is comprised of 4 departments: physics, chemistry, mathematics. Physics, chemistry and mathematics are first supported department, and School of Physical Sciences running both MSc and PhD program. The faculty in the school are working in the area of in physics, experimental condensed matter physics, theoretical and experimental both in condensed matter physics, laser and spectroscopy, astrophysics, nuclear and particle physics, radiation physics. In chemistry department, green chemistry, organometallic chemistry, natural product chemistry, supramolecule, medicinal chemistry, water treatment, e-waste management, mathematical modeling, real and complex analysis, number theory. These are the thrust area in our school, and faculty members have taken research projects sponsored by various funding agencies in this thrust area. So I hope in the 3-day conference create a platform to bring together the faculty, researchers, students for exchanging of their knowledge and research experience and contribute to robust the science which would provide an excellent opportunity to scientific society. Faculty members to collaborate with someone with similar research interest, and you should know a little more about each other to make the network better. Last but not least, my deepest gratitude to organizing committee members and volunteers who directly or indirectly supported to make the success of the program. I wish all the delegates a fruitful and inspiring interaction during the conference. Thanking you. Have a nice conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome speech. Lest I forget, at the end of the inaugural program, there's going to be a light refreshment. And for those who are sitting on the dais, the keynote speakers, the invited speakers, and the organizing committee could kindly come at the back of the stage for the light refreshment. Lest I forget. And then I would like to request the in-charge to be ready after this for the felicitation again, which I would like to request the HOD to kindly hand over the felicitation, who is also the convener of this particular conference, to our esteemed individuals sitting here in the dais. So now I would like to call upon Professor N. Mohandas Singh, convener of this conference, to have an introduction of the international conference.
Thank you very much, our colleague and today's host, Dr. Zodinpuia Pachuau. Good morning, all, ladies and gentlemen. For today's functions, I just briefing about the tentative program and all. And first of all, this respective chief guest, of course, already went, and the distinguished guest of honor and esteemed delegates from abroad and within the India. On behalf of, in short, ICRAM 2024, it is my distinct honor and privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. Your presence here today truly enriches our gathering and underscore the significance of our collective endeavors. And to our esteemed chief guest, Professor Lalnilawma, Minister of the State for Rural Development, Horticulture, Public Health, Engineering, for his distinguished presence here. And then his wisdom and leadership inspire us all, and we are deeply grateful for the time he have taken to join us. And to our guest of honor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, we extend our sincere appreciation for gracing us with your esteemed presence And we are very fortunate also. Sir is the background of organic synthesis chemistry, sir. And our esteemed respect Dean School of Physical Sciences, Professor Suman Rai, and heads of the departments, Pujaya, and head of the department Physics, Pusudarajan, head Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, and Professor Bet, head Department of Industrial Chemistry, for their inspiring support and the success this event. And once again, I just acknowledge our former respective Dean, SPS, Professor Dibakar Tiwari, to initiate this program since from inception, and his inspiring and to success this event. To our esteemed delegates from abroad, Professor Tibo Kovak from Hungary, Professor Takao Komachu from Japan. Sir, welcome you again, once again, and we are very much thankful to your presence here. And then all respective professors, scientists coming from India. And then I could not name it all in this very short time. And thank you, sir, all of you. And madam, also 2 madams are present here. We are very unfortunate. Fortunate to be here, sir. Ma'am, then we have this technical program is 14 sessions. And out of these 14 sessions of the technician session, physically 13 keynote speakers and 9 invited talkers, and then out of that, 2 online keynote speakers from France. And they tried to come here, but at the last moment they canceled the program. And then this was, I just highlighted an interaction about this upcoming, and these 3 days we hope we will be very successful, and this event. Thank you very much once again, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for highlighting the conference for the next 3 days. Now I would like to request in charge to come up with our felicitation and the gifts that we have for our esteemed individuals sitting here in the dais. And I would like to request the convener of this conference to kindly hand it over to all the individuals. And I would like to request the chairman of the conference, Dean, School of Physical Sciences, to kindly hand over the felicitation and the gifts to the convener of this conference. Thank you so much. Soon after this inaugural function and after the light refreshment, there's the first technical session is going to be held at the Education Conference Hall, which is a few meters away. So I would like to request all the audience to kindly participate in this technical session. Now I would like to call upon our guest of honor, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, Vice Chancellor, Mizoram University, to address the gathering.
Namaskar and Shibai. Our Honorable Chief Guest in absentia, Honorable Minister of State Professor Lalnilawma, our respected Dean, School of Physical Sciences, Professor Rai, Head of the Department of Chemistry and convener of this seminar or conference, Professor Singh, my other esteemed colleagues on dais, most honorable guests from different parts of the country and abroad, and dear students. It's a really pleasure to be with so many scientists from different domains of science. I must thank, I think this is the first multidisciplinary conference in Mizoram University, if I am not wrong, under the School of Physical Sciences. As you know, chemistry, physics, and mathematics are considered to be the basic sciences because they are the sciences without which other discipline of science are difficult to understand or difficult to start with. Now, these basic sciences, here in Mizoram University, we have brought together in the School of Physical Sciences. And this seminar is the multidisciplinary seminar to invite and share their thoughts of scientists from mathematics, physics, and chemistry. And many of you know, senior teachers, and we know that at our time, that chemistry, physics, and mathematics were considered to be the royal combination. In India particularly, royal combination, and people were happy to have this combination. But now, more importance, now in the course of time, now multidisciplinary study is the most important one. And what happened earlier, we had the seminars, say for mathematics separately, chemistry separately, physics, chemistry separately, then biology or botany, zoology separately, like that. People from biological sciences or chemistry hardly attended any seminar in mathematics or even in physics, or people from mathematical science and physics, though closely related, but still were afraid, scared to enter the seminar lectures given by physicists. Now, so there was no sharing of much knowledge. Those very high-level scientists, they must have studied in their own. But in the institutional level, I did not observe that all these scientists come together in the same platform. So even recently, till last year, when I joined this university 9 months ago, there were so many seminars in last June, July, and most were more than 15-20 seminars, and which were held separately, individually, in each subject. in each department. And other people from teachers or students from other departments did not attend those seminars. But now we understand that research and knowledge in multidisciplinary areas, interfaces of different subjects is more important than individual disciplines. I may be very expert in chemistry, but I don't know anything about biology or physics. It will be difficult life for me as a scientist. So also in our recent policy, National Education Policy 2020, and importance has been given in multidisciplinary studies. Even students, the boundary between arts, science, humanities, or commerce has been removed. And students are encouraged to go for at least you choose one particular area as your main domain or major, but you cannot ignore the other subject. Even from chemistry, you cannot ignore economics. We cannot ignore the history of science. Even politicians nowadays talk about chemistry between political parties. When chemistry between political parties are matching, then only they are coming together in alliance, like that. So whether they understand chemistry or not, whether there is a role of real chemistry or not, but they talk about. That is important. So then that's why I proposed last year that instead of having so many, we have 40 plus departments, instead of having 40 plus seminars, why not you organize seminars in school-wise? We have 10 schools, so school-wise. I mean, under each school there are several departments of similar or allied departments. So in physical science, that way, chemistry, physics, mathematics come. So we have other schools also are arranging or would arrange similar kind of multidisciplinary seminars. So this is, I think, I don't know if I may be wrong, I've been for 9 months only, but this is the first school-wise or multidisciplinary seminar in Mizoram University, which covered all the scientists, which invited all the scientists, mathematicians, physicists, and chemists. So, so it's a pleasant moment to see all these scientists together. So, why multidisciplinary? Say, okay, now, why multidisciplinary research is important? Now, this seminar is about recent advances in mathematics, physics, and chemistry. Recent advances. If we talk about recent advances, we have to talk about not only chemistry alone, physics alone, or mathematics alone. Of course, mathematics is considered to the mother of all sciences. Without mathematics, nothing can be done. Economics, history even cannot be done. So, if we talk about recent advances, I think sharing knowledges or to make more advances in the future, I think sharing knowledge between scientists from different domains, mathematics, physics, chemistry, or other disciplines, even biology, we have to come together, share knowledges. Instead of doing physics, biology alone, we have to, or physics alone, we have to think about biophysics. Instead of doing chemistry alone, we have to think about biochemistry. Instead of doing normal synthesis or normal, and I'm from chemistry background, so instead of making some imaginary molecule, synthesizing an imaginary molecule, synthetic molecule, which may or may not have any importance for the society, but why not we think about something to synthesize in the interface of the different disciplines for the benefit of humanity, mankind. We can go for, instead of borrowing kidneys from, what the function of kidneys, let us understand, I don't know, but there are medical scientists are there, physicists are there, chemists are there. Instead of borrowing kidneys from a live person, why not we try to make a artificial kidney? And instead of borrowing a heart cannot be borrowed because there is only one heart in every person. So instead of borrowing a heart, why not physicists, biologists, or chemists or medical professionals come together to make an artificial heart? So that somebody want to live, let them live. So that kind of things. So multidisciplinary research has been very important. I'll not make long speech. All of you are expert, and I think the next 2 days or today, these 3 days, our eminent scientists are here. They will share, and other colleagues, other scientists, delegates, and students will be benefited from that. I will request them that please attend the seminars. If I attend a seminar, I will learn something. Even if I do not understand 100%, if I try learning today, and tomorrow I will be comfortable with that branch. Suppose today I don't understand much about mathematics. If I listen to the experts, and today I may not understand, but tomorrow I will be able to grasp something from mathematics or physics or chemistry. If you want to learn Mizo language, you have to give your ear to the speaker in Mizo native language, Mizo language. If you do not give your ear, how can you learn the language? So that is our interest in. So similarly, as a person from chemistry discipline, I listen to lectures, I read topics from physics, or even simple topics, excluding the very difficult equation. I can read articles from mathematics, and mathematics is a very interesting subject, which why it sometimes so nice puzzles are created by them. I really enjoy to reading or trying with them. So that's a different. Now I will stop my speech with only one example, why multidisciplinary science is so important. Let us speak about the Nobel Prize last year, 2023, in chemistry. It's a Nobel Prize went for the discovery or development of quantum dots. Just hearing the word quantum dots, many of us may be afraid. What is quantum dots? Quantum dots, when we studied about quantum chemistry, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, the term itself is very difficult for those who feel that mathematics is a difficult subject, chemistry is a difficult subject. But if we give our ear patience to listen, it's not that difficult. It's to understand the basic things. We may not go deep into the subject. We may not understand quantum mechanics in mathematical terms. But basic things are understood. Say quantum dots, Nobel Prize to quantum dots, we have nothing to afraid. If you go into deep into the subject, we will see that quantum dots is an area where mathematics, physics, chemistry, everything is required. And if you go to when the Nobel Prize was announced in the month of October last year, and the media asked a question during the time of announcement. And one of the question was that the quantum dots is in the interface of mathematics, physics, and chemistry, they seems to be from the terms quantum dot, it seems to be more belongs to physics rather than chemistry. So there is a question, why it should go, the award is gone to the chemistry, why not physics like that? So I will come to the answer, why it was that. Quantum dots is actually nothing but it's a part of nanotechnology. We know about nanotubes, nanostructures, where one of the dimension is nano, means in the dimension, length or breadth is in the nanoscale, within 100 nanometer. Most of us, we know about that. Every particle is very small. Every particle has a 3 dimension. So if one dimension is nanoscale, less than 100 nanometer, we call it nanotube, nano cube, or like that. Now nanodots, we can consider all the 3 dimensions are in nanoscale. Very small particle, in fact, comprises of very few molecules or atoms. So quantum dots is nothing but to read about, afraid of. It's a very small particle. Now what is interesting is that about quantum dot, what I have learned is that to create different color, one example, there is plenty of application to have been developed and will be developed in the future, as I have heard to the Nobel Committee's speeches, or I have read some article also. So quantum dots is it's about synthesis and application, making and using small material particle. That's all. Name is something like very catchy or something like very hi-fi, but it is nothing but any material we use in day-to-day life, gold, silver, potassium chloride, sodium chloride, all these things, any material which are in a small size. Why scientists are interested about small sizes? Just one example I will tell you. You know different colors in inorganic material. Organic material, different color, you can see plants, that's a little bit different. And in organic, they also can be made nano or quantum dots. But in inorganic chemistry, like sodium chloride, potassium chloride, nickel, silver, gold, so all these materials have different color. Metal, gold has a different color, silver has a different color, nickel has a different color, copper has a different color, or copper carbonate has a different color, or say or say nickel chloride has a different color. So nickel salts, copper salts, or cobalt salts has different colors, yellow, green, or etc. So we need different materials for different colors. Okay, so create different colors, we need different materials. What is interesting about quantum dots is that with the same material you can have different colors. That is one example. Same material, different color. The different color, even gold, in ancient time of our country, there are examples that they created nanoparticles of gold. That's why gold in a bulk quantity looks yellow. But gold can be green, gold can be red, gold can have other colors depending on the size of the gold particles. Now here in quantum dots, what is interesting is that same material, you make different size, but those sizes should be very small in nano. Nano means 10 to the power minus 9 meter. So very small, smaller dimension than our hair. So if materials are converted to that size, depending on the size within nanoscale, it can have different colors. And there are many other applications in medicine, etc. There is biological application, MRI, etc. May be replaced by new technologies involving quantum dots. And one scientist in here in our country, in Assam, NERIST, Northeast Institute of Science and Technology, formerly called RRL Jorhat, Dr. Binoy Soikia has synthesized carbon dots. I know that much, of course. Not only he, others also must have done, but I know about him, that's why I mentioned carbon dots. And so it has a vast application in the future and very wide. Now, why Nobel Prize gone to chemistry? Now, the synthesis, making, preparation part of quantum dots belongs to chemistry. It does not belong to physics or mathematics. the preparation, how to prepare quantum dots, such a small particle, how to make it, we cannot do by hammer and stick or like that. We cannot break it and cannot go to that small sizes. To make that small sizes, we have to need different kind of technology, not physical technology, chemical technology, so that we can make quantum nanoparticles or quantum dots. So the preparation part belong to important. Unless we can prepare it, we cannot study its properties, its application. That's why this year the Nobel Prize gone to chemistry for technology, for developing technology for the preparation of quantum dots. Now it's open now for scientists to prepare that. Now remaining part and its properties, its optonics, optical properties, that belong primarily to physics, or semiconductor properties changes with the size of the particles. That is also important. Semiconductors are used everywhere. But now that semiconductor properties even change with the changes of the particle size. So it's mostly from physics. And of course mathematics is always there to understand the quantum equation, all these things. So it's last year the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, similarly other branches, I'm not much aware, know about that. But you see in chemistry, and Nobel Prize has come mainly from the, due to development, studies, discoveries in the interfaces of chemistry, physics and biology. Mathematics is always there in the background. So several Nobel Prizes in chemistry has come because of the study of RNA, DNA, their structure elucidation, all these things, which belongs to interface of chemistry and biology. So last year example of Nobel Prize in Chemistry shows that studies sharing knowledges between scientists is very much important. And that's why I proposed that School of Physical Science Dean last year, I told that you have a seminar, why separately? Bring all the scientists together, let us understand, let us share knowledge among ourselves. If not today, certainly one day we will be able to do something great if we start sharing knowledge today. So that is the purpose of this seminar, that we have an school-wise seminar, we have an international conference today by the School of Physical Sciences, mean chemistry, physics and mathematics. So I will not make my speech long. I hope this will be a grand success, and I hope our scientists, particularly our young students and young delegates, participants, will enjoy it and take lessons for their future move. Don't confine you, my young researcher, I request, don't confine yourself within one particular subject. You will be nowhere. Because unless you ignore the interfaces between different domains of science, it will be very difficult. Even we need to learn electronics, computer software, or many other things. We even need to learn about economics. For marketing our products, we can do patenting, but if you don't know about marketing, economics of the product, then it will be meaningless again. Who will do for us? We have to do among ourselves. So in chemistry, if I want to do some patenting, I can collaborate with professors of economics. They will guide us how to market the product, whether prospect of my product. Before going for patenting, spending so much of time and money, I can consult my colleagues in the economics department. They will guide us. What is the future of that? I can discuss about engineer professors who will guide us what further can be done. So anyway, it will be the first thing. I hope this will be a very successful. I hope our young scientists will be benefited guided by our senior participant delegates. Thank you very much. Particularly thanks to the head of the department and convener of this seminar for inviting me to this seminar and to be with you and share my feelings with all of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for highlighting the importance of multidisciplinary understanding, knowledge, sharing, maybe, cutting across various interests in subjects, which may bestow benefits for society as well as for civilization, and the prospect milestones that can be set in this particular conference. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to call upon Professor R.C. Tiwari, co-convener of this conference, for the vote of thanks, after which we will be standing up and national anthem will be played during that time. So please kindly take a stage.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, sir, for providing me opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. And a very good morning to everyone. At the outset, I would like to thank our honorable chief guest, Professor Lalnilawma, whom we used to call as Punitya, and he is presently the minister in the state government and who already left because of the busy schedule. But the point that he raised is very, very important, that whatever research we do, so from laboratory to the field it should go. So what he said that the affordable technology should be developed, and this is one of the biggest challenges also, and this is the need of the hour also. So the point that he raised, certainly we will take up in this conference, and as the outcome, certainly we will be able to do something better than the present. And he is very, very we are also fortunate as Mizoram University because he is our colleague, and for the first time he contest elections from Troy Assembly and he won, and in the first go he is the Minister of State in the government. So I thank him so much, although he is not present here, but my thanks goes to him a lot that he spared his valuable time and he was with us, and he raised a very important issue, which is going to be an important topic for the present conference. And next, I would like to thank our Honorable and beloved Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, sir, which is the main initiator of this kind of conferences. Because after his joining, he said that why to go into pieces, into department-wise. And if you look at the new education policy of Government of India, Ministry of Education, which was launched in the year 2020, the students, PG students or UG students, what is most important part of that is multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary. That a student from physics can go to the subject like economics or management or even music to take as a subject. So in this new education policy, the students are put as a free bird to take any subject from anywhere, from any discipline. So the basic concept of the multidisciplinary education and transdisciplinary education, all that was there, but it is our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, which brought or which extended it to the research level and to the conference level also. So it has become really a conference of its unique type, I should say. And in this School of Physical Sciences, we are 4 departments: physics, chemistry, mathematics and computer science, and industrial chemistry. So all the 4 departments are joining hands to organize this program under the leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. So, sir, thank you so much, sir, for guiding us. And I hope other schools, and we will also continue this in near future, so that the benefits are can be multiplied or can be maximized out of this kind of conferences. And the other activities which are related to this also. Certainly the small programs also, we will certainly take care of this kind of concepts. Then the interactions, when we talk about NEP 2020, it is the interaction that matters. When a student of physics takes subject in psychology or in Mizo department, or then the type of interaction totally changes, because he or she is not within their own teachers or their own comfort zone. They go outside, and that gives a lot of opportunity to learn. Here also it is, when we talk about the conference, one of the most important focus is the interaction between the delegates. So this is going to be very, very useful. I'm very sure that next 3 days you will be interacting, and that will be again in the letter and spirit of the Government of India New Education Policy 2020 in terms of the ground reality in terms of the conference. And the next, I would like to thank our Dean School of Physical Sciences, Professor Suman Rai sir, who took over the charge as Dean only on the 1st of February, but he took personal interest and he did lots of meetings to make this conference very, very successful. And of course, this was initiated by our former Dean, Professor Dibakar Chandra Deka, around 1 semester before. But in the final touch, he has taken lots of interest, and also he has taken, he has interacted with the former Dean also, he has interacted with other faculty members also to make this program a great success. So, sir, thank you so much for taking your personal interest to make this conference success. And all our head of departments from the 4 departments, industrial chemistry, physics, mathematics and computer science, and the convener himself is from chemistry, Professor N. Mohandas Singh, physics head, Professor Zodinpuia Pachuau, the mathematics and computer science head, Professor M. Sundar Rajan, and the industrial chemistry head, Professor Ved Prakash Singh ji. They all have given full support to this, to all the deliberations, all the discussions, all the suggestions, which to make this conference successful. Then from all the departments, we have co-conveners. So Dr. Lalnilawma from industrial chemistry, Professor M. Sundar Rajan nominated this Professor S. Sarat Singh from mathematics, from physics I was there. So we have co-conveners from the different departments under the convenership of Professor N. Mohandas Singh. So all of us have worked as a team, and all the faculty members of my school of physical sciences, they have also extended their full support, and many of them are taking over the charge for the different type of facilities, like for transportation, for fooding, for ushering, for other things. So I am really thankful and grateful to all my colleagues in the School of Physical Sciences from all the 4 departments who have given full support to this conference. Then I would like to name few, like Dr. Lalthakimi Zadeng, who is taking charge for the ushering, Professor B. Lalram Ruata taking charge for the fooding. Of course, Dr. Zodinpuia is here as an anchor. Then Dr. Zodinpuia, Dr. Saroja Devi, Dr. Arvind Moria, and please forgive me if I could not name to everyone, but most of them, they have come up to take up the issues, to take up, to make the conference success by giving their contribution. And any such program or any such conference cannot be organized, cannot be thought to organize without the full support from the participants. So it is amazing to see the galaxy of intellectuals who are present here from within India, the people at different high positions. They are so kind to join us here, and also the delegates from abroad, from Europe, from Asia. And one of my friend is here, Dr. Tibor Kovacs, who is also here. And with all that, I think we are going to have a lot of benefit from this conference. And particularly, I would like to request our scholars and PG students that when you look at the different programs, sessions, and whatever you find very interesting for you, very useful for you, don't miss it, because it is a rare opportunity to have people, the delegates, the top people from within India as well as from outside India. So you may be getting a lot of benefit out of the interaction in the different technical sessions. So my request to you will be to take maximum benefit out of this conference that we are organizing. Then, of course, I would like to give thanks to our students, the volunteers, research scholars, as well as PG students who are working behind the scene like last many weeks to make arrangements for this program and to make this conference successful one. So thank you so much for all the scholars and all the PG students of School of Physical Sciences. Then I would like to thank our joint registrar, Zodinpuia Pachuau, who has given full support. And Pujaya is so kind that for anything we are approaching him, he is taking action then and there without delaying anything. So all the infrastructure facilities which we are getting from the GAD, we are very grateful and thankful. And of course, no program can happen without the financial support. So our finance officer, our administration, our Hon'ble Vice Chancellor, they are giving us full support in terms of the finance also to organize this program. So I thank all of them. And we have received the financial assistance from DRDO, from BRC Mumbai also. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I thank all of them to support us to make this conference a success. Then any program we organize, it should go to the people, to the public. So where we have a very, very efficient and a swift working PR cell, where they are covering all the events and they are posting it immediately. So I really thank you so much, the PR cell, in spite of like many programs on certain occasions, but still you try to cover all of them and then you publicize them also at the same time. Then once again, those names are mentioned, I have forgot, please forgive me. So once again, I thank each and everyone present here and hope that the next 3 days deliberations will be really useful and they will provide you opportunity. There could be collaborative things in future. So a lot of outcomes may be there. So thank you once again. Thanks.
Thank you, sir, for the vote of thanks. Let me remind you that there will be a light refreshment. Those of the keynote speakers, invited speakers, as well as the organizing committee and those sitting on the dais, they'll be having the tea at the back of the stage. And the others, as you go out, they'll be served there at the corridors. And soon after this, the tea break, the first technical session is going to be started. The venue is Education Conference Hall, which is just beyond the administrative building, a few meters away. And I believe the ushers will be there to direct you. So let us all stand up for the national anthem as it is being played. Thank you so much.